Hi, this is Dr. Fast here. In this video I will show you this very compact and useful tool you should have in your garage if you do a lot of car maintenance at home. This is a digital 12 volt car battery test analyzer. It's made by a company called ANCEL and the model number is BA101. Now I picked this up on Amazon. I will put the link in the description below. Now you can use this to test the battery that's installed in a vehicle or if it's outside of the vehicle. It does not require any batteries to operate. It uses the car battery's 12 volt to power this unit up. This device can do an analysis on your car battery to tell you if it's a good battery or it needs to be replaced. It will show you information such as the capacity or the cold cranking amp value. Also, it will show you the internal resistance and the life in percentage. Now, besides testing the battery, one great feature this unit has is that it can also test the cranking system and the charging system, such as your alternator. Here's a quick look at the packaging. So let's open this up. Inside here we have a USB cable, the user manual, and a OBD2 auto scan disc here. Let's have a quick look at some of the information on the back of the packaging. I'll zoom in here so you can see it better. Under specifications, it tells you that it has a backlit LCD screen. It will operate between 0 to 50 degrees Celsius or 32 to 122 degrees Fahrenheit. The weight is 0.5 kilograms. Under the operating parameter section, it tells you that it's for testing 12 volt systems. The unit will operate between 9 volt to 15 volts, and there are no internal batteries to operate. The model I have here is a BA101. This is used for testing vehicles with 12 volt systems. I guess there's another model, BA102, that's for testing motorcycle batteries. At the bottom there's a chart here and tells you that the BA101 can test cold cranking amp between 100 to 2000. Over here on the right it tells you the languages it supports: English, Spanish, German, French, Italian, and Polish. Here's a look at the tester itself. On the front we have 4 buttons, the up select and down select. On the right side this is the exit button, and over here this is the enter button. At the top we have a 2-inch wide LCD display, and then at the very top we have a cable that comes out and goes to these 2 alligator clips. I measured the length of this cable and it's 3 feet long, so it gives you plenty of length to connect this to the car battery while being able to hold this and access all controls on the front. Here's a look at the back. I want to take a minute to talk about car batteries. The car battery is designed to provide a very large amount of current for a short period of time while cranking to start your vehicle. Once the engine has started, then the alternator will provide all the power that the car needs. So a car battery may go through its entire life without ever being drained more than 20% of its capacity. And when used in this manner, a car battery typically will last anywhere from 4, 5, 6, or even 7 years. When it comes time to shopping for a new battery, you're going to come across a couple of ratings. One of them is CCA, or cold cranking amp, and the other one is CA, cranking amp. The cold cranking amp value is determined by putting the battery in a very cold environment at 0 degrees Fahrenheit or minus 18 degrees Celsius. With a new and fully charged battery, they will measure the discharge load in amperes for 30 seconds while delivering and maintaining a terminal voltage of 1.2 volt per cell. Keep in mind, inside the car battery you have 6 cells, and typically they should be at 2 volt per cell. Now if you do the math, 2 times 6 will give you 12 volts. Now the reason that the CCA rating might be important for some people is because in a very cold climate, people who drive diesel truck, for example, might take a long time to start the vehicle. Therefore, the CCA rating for a battery will offer people some idea of how their battery will perform in those conditions. The other rating that you'll come across is the CA, or cranking amp. Now with that rating, it's the same test as a CCA, but the battery is tested at 32 degrees Fahrenheit or 0 degrees Celsius. So if you look at this EverStart battery I have here, you'll see two numbers. The very top one is 750. This is the cold cranking amp. Below that, this is 925. This is a CA rating, or the cranking amp rating. Another important thing you should know about a car battery is that it has an internal resistance. There's actually a load inside the battery. And what you'll find is that when the battery is brand new, the resistance is very small. As it ages and the battery gets worn out, the resistance will go up significantly. And when this happens and you try to use it to start your vehicle, you'll find that there's a significant drop in the voltage. The other thing to consider when looking for a new battery is the warranty. I have seen brand new batteries that fail prematurely. I've seen batteries fail after 2-3 years only. So I recommend that you find a battery with a good warranty where they can either prorate the cost of the battery or they'll give you a direct replacement. For those of you who are interested in finding out what is the group size and the minimum CCA value for your vehicle, you can go to a website called autobatteries.com. They have a very good search tool to find that information. I'll also put a link for that website in the description below. So here I'll connect the battery tester to my car battery. Positive lead to the positive terminal. Negative lead to the negative terminal. And you'll see the unit turns on. With the unit powered on, select enter. You'll go to the main menu. The first item is quick test. If you select enter, it'll ask you to enter the amp hour rating of your car battery. Now, depending on what battery you have, sometimes it will not tell you what the amp hour rating is. But typically, most car batteries have an amp hour rating between 50 to 60. So for this test, I'm just going to go ahead and set this to 50. And then select enter. It'll begin the testing. So with this test, it tells you that it's healthy, 100%. Charge is 65%. Internal resistance is 4.94 milliohm. 605 cold cranking amp. The voltage is 12.39 volts. And the overall rating is good. Recharge. Now you can also have a rating of good battery. That tells you that the battery is good. The good recharge means that the battery is healthy, but you need to recharge it. The other rating that you might see is replace. That means that the battery has reached the end of its life. You should replace it. Or you might see bad cell if it detects a bad cell inside the battery. The other one is charge retest. That means that it wasn't able to correctly test the battery. You should recharge it and test again. When you're done, select exit. We'll go back to main screen. Select enter. Let's go to number 2. This is battery in vehicle test. Select enter. The first item is battery test. Select enter. Now here it gives you a couple of steps to follow. First is to turn on your headlight for 10 seconds and then turn it off. Once you've done that, select enter and then select the type of battery. If it's a regular flooded or AGM flat plate or AGM spiral or gel or EFB. Now most car batteries are not deep cycle batteries. They're used for starting the vehicle only and they are regular flooded. So I'm going to select enter. Here you want to select up and down and choose CCA for the rating, cold cranking amp. Hit enter. And this battery has a cold cranking amp of 750. So go ahead and hit enter. Now it's testing the battery. As you can see, the health is 64%, charge is 65%, 600 cold cranking amp, the voltage is 12.39 volts, internal resistance is 4.98 milliohm, and the rating is good, recharge. When you're done, select exit. You're back to the main screen, hit enter, go to the main menu, and we'll go back to the battery in vehicle. And the next one is the cranking test. Select enter. Now it asks you to start the engine. So this test will test the car starting system. Cranking is normal, and right now it measures 10.34 volts. Now if you see a cranking voltage less than 9.6 volt, then that is not normal, and you want to have it checked out. When you're done, select exit. And let's go back to the battery in vehicle menu. Let's go to the charging test. With the engine running, select enter. Now with this test, you want to shut off any accessories in your vehicle. It asks you to increase the RPM to 2500 and keep it for 5 seconds. And then press enter to continue. So here it tells you the loaded voltage is 13.93 volt. The unloaded voltage is 14.07 volt. The ripple is 5 millivolt. And the charging is normal. The other status that you might see is if it says low, that means that the charging voltage is too low. Or if it says high, that means the charging voltage is too high. In both instances, you want to have it checked out because that can damage your car battery. So when you're done, go ahead and shut off your vehicle. And you can select exit. Let's go back to the main menu. Now the other test is battery out of vehicle. My battery is in the vehicle, so I'm not going to go through this test. Number 4 is review the data. Select enter. And this will display the test result you did earlier. Exit. Next one is print data. To use the print data, you will need to connect the USB cable. There's a connector on the side, and connect it to your PC. Using the CD that came with this unit, you need to install the USB driver. So on the CD, open up the software and USB driver. Go to battery tester. Select this folder BA101, BA102, and here you have the USB driver. Here you can select this HL340.exe and install this driver. Connect the tester to your computer using the USB cable. The next thing you'll need to do is open up this print software folder. Here there's a software you need to open up. Go ahead and click on clear. On the tester, select print data. Now you see the data has been transferred over to the software. Click on print. Select the print icon up top. Here you can print to your local printer. And here's a printout. The last item is system setup. Here you can select the language. We have English, French, German, Spanish, Italian, Polish, and back to English. Contrast. You can change the contrast of the display. Tool information. This tells you the software version of this tester. This unit is at version 1 for both software and hardware. Exit. Exit again. Now you go back to the main screen. When you're done with the testing, disconnect the alligator clamps from your car battery and it'll power off the unit. As you can see, this is a great tool to have if you do your own car maintenance at home. It's easy to use. The menu navigation is well laid out. The unit is also very compact. So if you want to, you can put this in your glove box or in your trunk so you'll have it whenever you need it. Besides testing the battery, this tester can also test your starting system and your charging system. So really you have 3 testers in one. If you want to check out this ANCEL BA101 car battery analyzer tester, I'll put the Amazon link in the description below. If you have any questions or comments, leave one in the comment section. And don't forget to click on a thumbs up and subscribe to my channel. Thank you.